Hi, I'm Evie. I'm an echidna. I live in southwest Victoria, Australia, and I love it here. There's so many good things to do here, like foraging for ants, digging in the dirt, and my favourite, hiding. And of course, running away when scared. Okay guys, today is the day. It is finally here. So to get yourself started, you're going to want a clean face, put your hair up, and take your top off. Stop! Before you go any further guys, you do want to pre-make some prosthetics. So I will take you through the rough steps on how to make the basic prosthetic so you guys can make your own at home. For this prosthetic, you will want some polymer clay. That is the stuff that is dried in the oven. You will want plasticine, plaster, and of course sculpting tools. And for the actual mold, you will want gelatin, glycerin, and water. So you will want to just start by rolling out the polymer clay into little spines. You are going to be making a lot of these. And then into the oven they go, per packet instruction guys. Now I definitely made too many, but I wanted to have more than I did less, just in case of an emergency. So now that you have all of your lovely spines done and cooked, it's time to get painting. So I just dip the ends of it in a little bit of brown acrylic, then rub yellow up the middle. For the prosthetic, I'm only going to show you the brow piece, but the same technique can be used for the cheeks as well. So I'm just doing this on a flat mold. You will, to get the shape of your face, want to put a bit of paper or plastic onto your face and trace around where you want the prosthetic to be. So once you're happy with the shape of the prosthetic, just go in with a brush or a sponge or something you can add skin texture with, just so it blends into the skin a little bit better. Then I'm poking in all the pretty little spikes into the prosthetic so they've got somewhere to sit once it is molded. So then you want to take all the spikes out again, put a wall around the mold, fill it with plaster of Paris, and leave it to dry. You can tell when the plaster is set because it will be hard and cold. That is when you can demold, so you just want to take off all the walls, try and lift the plaster without cracking it, and you will have yourself a mold. For the echidna nose, you will want a face cast of you or whoever you are applying this on, just so it does fit the nose snug, and then casting and moulding is exactly the same. Now to fill the mould for a prosthetic, you want equal parts gelatin, glycerin and water, and then microwaved at 10 seconds at a time until it is clear and runny, making sure not to boil as it will add bubbles into your prosthetic so you will not have a clean piece. With the flat molds, you want to cover all of the detail with gelatin, and then with a flat scraper, scrape off all the excess gelatin to have a nice thin edge around all the prosthetics, making sure to leave it to set before you demold. Once you have demolded the prosthetic, they may have some thick edges where gelatin may have just not been scraped off properly. Cut that so you end up with the thinnest edge possible. This is by far the most time-consuming part, so with the same gelatin you made the mold with, you just want to dip each spine into the gelatin mix and attach it to the prosthetic. Okay, so we are back and ready to attach these to our face. So with an adhesive of your choice, I am using Prozaid. You just want to cover your face where the prosthetics will be sitting, and of course the back of the prosthetics. You need to wait until the Prozaid is completely dry. You can tell when it goes completely transparent on both your face and the prosthetic that it is ready to apply. Just a reminder to always patch test stuff that you haven't used on yourself before, just on a little bit of skin on your wrist, just to make sure you do not have a reaction to it. For any edges that haven't quite stuck down well enough, just add a little bit more Prozaid underneath it, wait for it to dry, then press them down. Also, if your prosthetic has gone down too far when applying it, just trim off the edges ever so slightly. Now with some warm witch hazel and a cotton tip, just go around the edges of the gelatin prosthetic and slowly work away at them. This will blend it seamlessly into the skin. Now with some Prozaid cream and a sponge, I'm just stippling around the edge of the prosthetic just to try and blend it into the skin a little bit more where the edges might have been a little bit thick. Now it is time to apply the nose prosthetic. This is pretty much the same technique as the rest. Just be warned, once this nose appliance is on, you cannot breathe through your nose. So if you do struggle with having your nose blocked, you may want to leave this close to the end of the application. With the NYX Cosmetics Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer in clear, you want to apply that all over your chest and face where you will be applying the foundation in a minute, making sure to leave your shoulders untouched, as you will be sticking down a prosthetic soon and the primer may not help it stick. NYX Cosmetics Total Control Drop Foundation in Vanilla and Mocha, you just want to apply that with the NYX Cosmetics No. 4 brush all over your chest and face, leaving your shoulders for the moment as you will be applying prosthetics to them later. Now with Gotcha Covered waterproof concealer in soft ivory and deep caramel, you just want to apply that in between the spikes on the prosthetics. Just to try and blend it into the foundation colour, you just apply it all over your face. Now with the NYX Cosmetic Liquid Suede in Downtown Beauty, you just want to apply that to the tip of the nose and bring it down, trying to blend it into the face, as Echidna's noses are quite a bit darker than the rest of their body. Now in the shade Alien with the Liquid Suede, you just want to go in and blend that down on the top of the nose just to really make the end of it stand out, making sure to get right into the holes in the nostrils. Now grabbing that Downtown Beauty shade once again, I'm just going in on the tops of the cheeks just to kind of darken it and blend the nose into the skin a little bit more. Now with the NYX Cosmetic Lip Primer in Nude, you just want to go in and apply that all over your lips just to prep them ready for the lipstick you're about to put on. Now with the Lingerie Lipstick in Beauty Mark, you just want to apply that all over your lips, really making your Cupid's bow stand out. Now with the NYX Cosmetic Turned Up Lipstick in Dirty Talk, you just want to darken the inside of your lips just to give that ombre effect. Now in the shade Alien in the Liquid Suede again, and I'm just going in and darkening the inside of my lips even more just to really make that ombre effect pop. Now with the NYX Cosmetic Pigments in Venetian, I'm just applying that to the center of my lips just to really make them stand out. Now with the Taupe shade in the High Definition Blush, I'm applying that all over the chest and face with a fluffy brush just to set the foundation and darken it ever so slightly. Now with NYX Cosmetic Eyeshadow Base in Skin Tone, you just want to apply that on top of your lids, in the corner of your eyes and just underneath. Now with their eyebrow pencil in Dark Brown, you're really just defining your brows, not adding much shape. Now with the NYX Cosmetic brush in number 15 and the eyeshadow in Lace, you just want to go in and completely cover your eyelid and around the bottom of your eye so it is easier to blend in the other eyeshadows. Eyeshadow in Blame It On Midnight, and the same brush, you just want to go in and apply it on half of your eyelid and bring it up into the crease as well. Now with the eyeshadow in Dance the Tides and the same brush again, you just want to go in and darken the outer corners of your eyes and slightly underneath your eyes as well. Now with eyeshadow in Betrayal, you just want to go in and deepen the outer corners of your eyes as well as in the crease of your eyelids, making sure to blend it in well. Now with the NYX Cosmetics 2-Timer Liner in Jet Black, you just want to go in with the pencil side of the liner and do your bottom lash line, and then with the felt tip liner, do your top lash line. Now with the Venetian Pigments and an angled brush, you just want to over-exaggerate the inner corner of your eye, bringing the point down quite long on the snout of the echidna. Now with the NYX Cosmetic Wicked Lashes in Tease, I'm just applying those to both my eyes. Now with that Venetian colour still, I'm just blending that in under the brows into the eyeshadow. Now with the same taupe blush from earlier, once again, I'm just going in and adding it to my chin just to try and contour it ever so slightly. And then I'm just going in and trying to define my collarbone and features on my chest just a little bit more. With the NYX Cosmetics Provocateur Mascara, I'm just going in and applying that to my top and bottom lashes. Now with the same technique before with applying the prosthetics, I'm just putting on my shoulder pieces, which are the exact same as my cheek pieces. I've just changed the position of them ever so slightly. Now with the same foundation and brush from earlier, I'm just going in and applying that on and around the shoulder prosthetics. Same with the concealer and this concealer brush that I was using. I'm just going in and matching those prosthetics on my shoulder to the rest of the body. Now with the NYX Cosmetic Dewy Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray, I'm just applying that all over my face and chest, just to make sure that it'll stay in place for whatever echidna business I might be getting up to. Now for my hair, I am just pinning back one side of it to almost give it that shaved look on one side and bringing it all over to the other side of my head, where I'm going to tease the absolute life out of my hair to make it look like I'm about to go for an 80s glamour shoot. And for the flowers in my hair, I decided to go for the native bottle brush of Australia, so I thought why not go for something very native and very Australian. And last but not least, I'm using Redken Forceful 23 Hairspray just to make sure my hair does not come out of this lovely tease.
So there we go guys, that is my entry for the top 30 Face Awards Australia and New Zealand. My take on national pride was, of course, all the incredible flora and fauna that we have in this spectacular country. So I decided, why not mix in an echidna with obviously some beautiful plants, and this is what I came up with. So as of today until the 22nd of May, you are able to vote 3 times a day. I will leave the link in the description, so please, please, please go vote for me so I can make it into the top 15. Also, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media accounts, which I will leave down below as well. If you enjoyed watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the top 15. If not, I'll see you next time. Bye!